Greetings everyone, welcome to my video. In this video we are going to know about the legend of Stalven, which is basically a quest chain. It is located in Eastern Kingdom. In Eastern Kingdom in Duskwood, and in Duskwood the capital of Duskwood, Daksha. So the quest chain starts from Tobias Mismantle, who is a little far from the town hall of Daksha. When we When we go to talk to him, he tells us he came here because he got a letter from his brother. But by the time he got here, his brother was dead. So he asked all the citizens about his brother, but sadly no one replied. He heard some rumors about Stalven which he didn't believe. So our job is to find out the truth about Stalven Mismantle. At first, we have to go to Clark Deltry, who is in Town Hall, so we can get the archives of citizens. From the archives, we get to know about Stalven. Clark Deltry is in the Town Hall, which is the clock tower. And there's Clark Deltry.
What can I do for you?
When we talk to Clark Deltry, he tells us that it is a common question asked by newcomers of the villagers. But sadly, he doesn't have the archives of Stalven, because when the feral Wargans broke through, those all were lost and scattered all over Darkshire. So we have to get all the pieces in order to get the archives fully. The first piece is in the Blightwood Grove, a little far from the Darkshire village. So now we have to go to Blightwood Grove. Blackwood Grove is basically a forest, a dark kind of forest. Uh, there is a wagon camp. There's fire and tents of wagons. Little far from the fireplace, we find the missing pieces. Well, some of it. And now we return to Clark Delry. And he will tell us where the second piece is.
Hey there.
After we give him the first pieces, he gets amazed. Now he will tell us the second piece, where its location is. He also thanks us for returning his archives. Duh. So he tells us the second piece of the archive is located in it's in a wagon's den where horrible nightbane beasts gather. And that place is Rotting Orchid, which is south
See you
of the
later.
Darkshire village. So now we have to go to Rotting Orchard. And in Rotting Orchard there's a small barn. Around there is some wagons, and inside there is also some wagons. And After killing the Worgens, we get a torn journal, which is another part of the archive. And now again we return to Clark Delry. Following the path to Darkshire, we return to Clark Delry in Town Hall. When we return to Clark Delry and give him the second pieces, he gets more amazed because
Hello.
it is really hard to collect the archives from feasting Worgens. And now he will tell us the final location of the pieces. The final location is in Ronald's tomb. That's a mine south of the town, and it is also the largest lair in Duskwood. Some say Worgens came from Darkshire, and in Darkshire it was from Ronald's tomb. But we have to find out the truth, so we have to go to Ronald's
Safe
tomb
travel.
and find the pieces. The mine is full of Worgens and many Worgens fighting each other. And at the end of it is muddy journal page, which is the last piece of the archive of Stalven.I'll, and our last step to knowing the truth, hopefully. Now we finally return to Clark Delry to complete the archive.
You need something?
And after we return to Clark Delry, he finally completes the archive and gives us to us. Because he believes that the archive is cursed. Some people say that in the village, and he believes those are true. So he gives us the archive, so now we can read the archive and tell Tobias the truth.
See you around.
By reading the archive, at first we get to know that Stalven was a normal explorer who explored all over Westfall, then gone to Duskwood and other sites. He mostly traveled in Westfall. He began to teach local children near the farmlands. After he learned that someone wanted to learn from him, he went to Goldshire and taught up children. The boy's name was Gillis. He used to teach him and stay at his home. It was located in Eastvale logging camp in Illinois Forest. But he had feelings towards his sister, the kid's sister. But soon his heart got broken, and rage and anger took over him. Instead of sobbing, he took a darker path, and then he killed the family. Now that we have read the journal, we have to take it to Tobias Mismantle and let him know the truth, that all the rumors were true.
What can I do for you?
And when we go to Tobias, we hand him the archive and he reads all of it. But he didn't believe that that was his brother. Violent and evil wasn't his brother's personality. So he needs to be more sure. He hands us his family ring, the Mismantle ring, and tells us to go to
Good day.
Madame Eva, who is a witch. Madame Eva also lives in Darkshire.
You need something?
When we go to Madame Eva, she tells us that she can't do anything about that, but we can ask the person who did it, Stalven. She tells us that we should take the ring to Mismantle Manor, where Stalven's body was buried, and enter and hold the ring up. That way, Stalven's corpse might come to
Bless you.
life and tell us the truth. And that's what we're gonna do. We're going to Stalven Mismantle's grave. After going to the grave, we hand out the ring. Tell me it's not true, brother. Tell me you didn't murder. It's all true, brother, every word of it. But why? How could you? You know why. Surely you felt anger, anger so foul, vicious that makes you wanna tear someone to shreds. Aren't you feeling it right now? No, stop it. And now both brothers start to fight. After defeating Stalven Mismantle, Tobias runs away. And now we go back to Tobias's house to see if he's okay. In Tobias's house, Tobias is not in Worgen form anymore. He returned to human form. But he decided to leave the past behind. And now he could start a new life. He also thanks us for helping him finding the truth. And that is the legend of Stalven. A good man who corrupted because of anger and rage. Thank you for watching the video. Like and subscribe for more, and see you guys in the next video.